So my presentation was actually about how to market your NFTs. But foremost thing, like looking at my crowd today, I want to ask how many of us are aware about NFTs? Super cool. Do we buy and flip NFTs? Anybody who has invested in NFTs? Super cool. And is there anyone who wants to make NFT and sell it, like make money out of it? Great. So this session is about how to market your NFT. And I'm still waiting for my presentation to come in here. Cool. So let's do it without PPTs. Like, are you guys comfortable with it? Okay, how many of you are like from marketing background or want to pursue marketing? So most of my crowd is like tech guys? Oh, so cool. So like it's an added advantage for you. And so what is happening in market right now? Do you guys are like, aware about the market dip, that bear market that we have? Like anybody who's investing and who is like aware about what is happening around? So my presentation is about how to market your NFT and how market has evolved through this whole bear market, the dip, and how we were marketing NFT earlier and how we need to market it right now. I'm going to keep it like crisp. I plan for like a very elaborated 45 minutes presentation, but I'll try to wrap it up in 15 minutes. And I will take up questions in case you have any particular questions related to marketing or NFTs. So talking about myself, I had been into marketing space for 10 years now. I was majorly into IR marketing, which is investor relations marketing and fintech market. My background is completely fintech marketing. I worked with brands like Paytm. And in 2020, I moved towards the NFT marketing side. I had an opportunity of working with John Herrick. I had an opportunity of working with Arvind Kamesh. These guys are like veterans of marketing, and these guys have like cracked that code of like, you must have heard, like 6 hours these guys have sold out. So my project, Lord of the Lands, we sold it out on 5th of October, which just went by. So if anybody is telling you that it's a bear market and nothing is selling off, then our pre-sale was like a complete sellout, and we did it in 6 hours. So I'll just gonna run you through how we did it and what were the things that, made it through for us. One more thing, NFT market is evolving. So what is working right now might not work for you maybe after a week. So I just joke around, like if I take a day off, then I'm like 10 years behind. So let's talk about stuff that was working for everybody back in 2021. And there was, how many of us are aware about Discord? Cool. I'm so glad to see so many hands up. So earlier, if you want to sell an NFT, all you need to do is create a Discord community, okay? You build a Discord community, you get your people on your whitelisting, and your whitelist, 30% of your whitelist will buy your NFT and you are good to go. You sold it and you made money out of it. And then it is later on you that if you are doing the right thing with that money and fulfilling your roadmap, that is on the projects, which most of the projects didn't do, and that's why NFTs got themselves such a bad name. Then we were talking about influencer marketing, like how many of us have seen this fintech YouTubers and Instagram guys, Twitter post about buy this, buy that kind of stuff, and sadly, how many of us are like actually going to them to take investment advices? There is major trust issues. After we lost money, like there is major trust issues. I'm like Personally, I'm not trusting people. There are like a couple of names, I feel they are authentic, I go and listen to them. But earlier, it wasn't like this. Like, you know, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can like come up and say like, buy this NFT, buy this altcoin, you're gonna make millions. So that phase has passed for us. Then paid ads. Have you ever heard about paid ads, like, you know, because most of us are from tech background here, like digital paid ads, like anybody who saw, like, you know, their products are using paid ads. Um, True, thank you so much. So we can apply these paid ads to NFTs also. Now, what happens in NFTs, like most of the buzz was that if you are using paid ad in NFT space, then you are going to be a rug pull. But let me tell you, every day, even in this market, 300 NFT projects are coming out. So it's not easy to get to the right audience when you have like handful of people who knows about this thing, who want to invest in this, and you have 500 products coming out. So it's not easy, and herein paid ad helps, but paid ad always been like, you know, undervalued when it comes to NFT marketing. Then we come to the content, what we are posting on Twitter, what we are saying on Discord. So earlier it used to be, hey fam, good morning, we are like 10 days from our event, 20 days from event. Now, one day for my previous, like the project I was telling you, we sold out on 6th of October, we just wrote like, hey, good morning fam. And there was a guy who wrote that, you know, you guys are rug pull. I was like, okay, we are just saying good morning to you. Why you are saying we are a rug pull? But you know, the things have changed so much in the market. The stuff that were working, Discord, one-to-one conversations, all these things are no more working for us. And you know, sadly, right now, there are a lot of projects that are doing everything right. They are doing everything by the book, but they are not selling out. Of course, we have the bear market. We do not know like what should be our right price for the NFT. Like, you know, there's this NFT Goblin Town because they do not have any utility and they are an absolutely lovely artwork. They just mint it for free. So what happens? Like, if you know about NFT, if you do not make money in your primary sale, you can make money in your secondary sale. Like, you can make money if somebody sells your NFT on OpenSea, so some part of it will come to the owner. So that's what Goblin Town played on. So they minted it for free because they do not have any utility. So that actually worked for them because they created a very strong community. And sorry, I don't know why this thing is popping up. Okay, and I talked about the huge competition. Now let's talk about stuff that will work. If you want to launch your NFT in this market, how can you sell it out? So I call this like litmus test of selling out any NFT. This I personally did. I'm not saying this because out of like, you know, because I feel about it, because I see a lot of marketer in this space talks about they haven't sold out any project and they are just giving advices out about selling out NFTs. So what we did 100 Twitter spaces, 100 like, you know, presentations all together. That is like on Clubhouse, on events like this, wherein we went and we pitched about our project. We talked about our project. We wanted to take reviews of people, what they think about it. Because right now, if you talk about me, if you ever have invested in NFT, you will be very cynical about investing in it again. Because most of these promises were not delivered. So now, if you go to the market and you tell the Web3 people that we understand that, okay, you do not trust us, but here what we have to offer, and this is the utility of my project. How do you think we can connect it, and how do you think we can make it better? So, of course, that Web3 like, the feedback will help you to create a better community. And maybe some minor tweaks will actually make your project more like utilizable. Because right now, if gone are those days, you have like funky PHPs and like, you have funky artwork and you can just tell people like buy this NFT in like 20 Ethereum and people gonna buy it. No, this is not how it is. We need utility. If I talk about like, if there are businesses, like big businesses that are coming into NFT space, like Etihad Airlines, they are turning their loyalty program into NFT. So their NFT is actually their loyalty program. So if you fly around a lot with them and you buy that NFT as like, their loyalty card, then you can obviously sell it off later on, but with that you get multiple benefits out of it. Like Tiffany, like we have big organization like Google, Adobe coming over the metaverse. So there is like, now NFTs are not just projects, they are startups. So we should, like we do our marketing research with any business, we need to do it with our NFT projects too. Now, when it comes to selling out our NFTs, we have two kind of audiences with us, Web3 and Web2. Web3 is like, very angry right now. They are jaded, they are cynical. But Web2 people, because they have these big brands, what they have done for, like, for the Web2 market, for any NFT project is that they have made them aware about like, terms like metaverse, NFTs. So now you can reach out to this audience, though the onboarding process for this audience will be completely different from what it will be for a Web3 clientele altogether. So now, there was a time when you can have one single microsite about your NFT project, and that's all. One liner, one cool artwork and some story about Bored Ape, like Swamp Thing and stuff like that, and people will say, oh, this is cool, I want to buy it. But right now, it is not like that. You need to be very elaborative with your narration, with your story. Like, again, going back to Goblin Town, like they said, hey, we do not want to come up with a roadmap, which is something that is there. Like, if you are aware about NFT, then if you invest in NFTs, then roadmap is the key point through which any investor invests in an NFT. But they said, like, we do not want to do any roadmap. We do not want to do any such things. We want to build a community, and we want to ask a community what they want from us. And we want to develop our tech with our community. So that was the narration. There was no big roadmap. There was no such elaborated story, but there was a transparency and honesty. And this is what we need in the space right now. Like talking about the lords of the lands, like, we made it very simple that become a lord, buy your land, and earn monthly rental in Ethereum. This is it. Like, so it's very easy for anybody to understand the project, be elaborative with your roadmap, your team. There was a time when anonymity, like being anonymous, was a cool thing in an NFT world, but now the thing is that you have to be docs, you have to be out there, you should be there on the Twitter spaces, founders should be like, out there and be open. So now coming to the main part, pick your marketing weapons, like, stuff that will help you to sell out. This slide is more about projects that have tried the basics and now they want to try the main things that have worked. So let's take it like this, that like DAOs are great way. If you have a small collection, let's say you build an NFT of 100 collection, and you can go to a DAO, you can present your ideas, and they can definitely invest in it. Then you have launch pads, like Magic Eden. Have you ever heard about Magic Eden? Like they're super. They take like 10% of your NFT, and they give you a lot of assistance, like tech assistance, your design assistance. So launch pads are also very cool places to go to right now. Twitter Space, Clubhouse. Statutory partnership and listing, like we got aligned with crypto.com. They are huge. So what it did for us, it gave validation to us. It actually authenticated our project, and which like created trust for us. So credible PR and influencer marketing. One short thing, I do not want to elaborate on this. Instead of doing 20 tier 3 influencer, do one influencer who actually like, get involved with the project. They'll like, if you go to any good influencer, they won't take up your project. They will first vet your product, and they will ask for your light paper, white paper. Go for such influencers only. Then paid ads, events, they worked for me. Paid ads actually worked for me. VCs, because see, right now NFT projects cannot be like this, that we build our metaverse. We presented our metaverse before the mint date itself. Because it's like startups now. Like, gone are those days, we take money from you and then we will build something. Get your funding, start building on your tech, present your tech to your audience. This will build trust, and this will actually, give them confidence to invest in you. So these are the numbers that I have achieved during my paid ad campaigns. So if you ever, okay, before, somebody take my words and they just go to their home and they try to run Twitter ads for their NFT project. So before that, Twitter is like very, very strong on their gatekeeping when it comes to NFT and crypto marketing. So you have to take the permission first before starting up with your Web3 product market. So something that you should know. So now I did one thing, that on my main date, I took people directly from my Twitter page to the selling page, which costed me around $30. And my NFT was for 1 ETH. So it was like, you can see the conversion. Like now I use Twitter ads to grow my following, start from like $0.5. Then white listings, it actually got sorted for me through Twitter ads. What I did, like I took them to the pre-mint page and where they got themselves whitelisted and everything. Then Instagram and Facebook ads. LinkedIn, amazing place, because you can actually target your audience as per the companies they are working. You can build a very strong email list. Quora, Reddit. Quora will help you to, with your SEOs also. And YouTube is great if you are planning to launch a P2E gaming app. Finally, Web3 space is ever evolving. So what is working right now might not work for you tomorrow. So the only answer is that there is no cookie cutter. You have to keep trying out stuff, and there is no one size fit all. You have to understand the market sentiment before deciding on to your marketing tools. And if you have any NFT project, or you are planning to launch an NFT product, or you want to learn anything about marketing in terms of NFT space, here's my email ID. You can reach out to me. Any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, good afternoon. And so you mentioned about a lot of platforms such as Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, and a lot of vocal platforms where you're just dealing with a lot of communities. So being a marketer myself also for my own project, so when we are talking about Instagram, so when you just see Instagram down the line 5 years, these people are also having their digital segment, the digital collectible segment of upcoming for the US market, not for the India right now. So what do you really suggest for the people who want to market on the Instagram for a longer term basis? Because there has been a lot of the messages coming up on your DMs, just there is this particular project launching out and you need to invest in it. We say that it is a rug pull out, or otherwise it's a pump and dump, right?
Yeah.
So what do you really suggest a marketer, or the self project marketers should do to just gather their reach upon Instagram?
Sure. Yeah. So first and foremost thing, Instagram is like Web 2 audience. So your audience on Instagram is very naive. They are not the Web 3 people. Twitter is your space. Clubhouse is your space. Twitter space is great. You do not even have to spend money. You can go to other Twitter spaces. You can collaborate with other projects like we did. And we went to their Twitter space because everybody needs content, right? Everybody wants people who can talk about stuff, provide value. So these are the stuff where you can get the Web3 audience, like your mature Web3 audience. Now we move to the Instagram part. So now Instagram is a place where things are still maturing up. Visuals. So if you are marketing anything on Instagram, make sure that it is very basic. It is something that is very visually alluring. Please do not DM people. In fact, DMs, like people have switched off DMs on Discord because every day 500 projects coming and everybody is saying buy mine, buy mine. This is like, no, not at all. So shilling, DMs, big no. Never invest in shilling. If you are like, getting these DMs from promoters who are saying like, I will shill for your project, don't do that. You won't get buyers at the end of the day. So keep Instagram for education, keep Instagram for visual appeal and branding, but do not think that ultimately you're going to get, like I'm assuming that your project is NFT project. So
yeah, so basically it's a platform. So it's actually not a project. Like we are also the marketing person, like team for these projects onto a platform.
Okay, super. So as you said, PR is going great because tier 1 and tier 2 publications, they have like, earlier they were not like, covering us. Now they are okay with covering us, though they have some gatekeeping, but go for PR, great way to like, create validation and authentication for your project. Anybody? Yeah.
Hi, so my question is that where NFT started last year or some months back, it used to be images of animals and people are paying millions for that. And basically as a layman like me, we understand NFTs as images and we don't understand it's a token or anything, right? But now all those million worth of images are not worth much more these days, right?
Yes.
I see that as a marketing problem, right? So that has definitely created a negative impact. So how do you solve this problem in general?
Okay, so let's understand how NFTs have started. NFTs were more about like, starving artists selling their digital art on blockchain, as simple as that. You do not have any utility with it. So now, when I talked about Etihad's NFT, like if you will search about it, so basically you understand loyalty programs, right? You go to Shoppers Stop, you get a card, you buy more and then you get more benefits. But what they have done, they have changed that loyalty program into an NFT. So now you have this NFT, so tomorrow I do not want to fly with Etihad anymore and I want to sell this NFT. So when I sell this NFT, I make some money because I have my flying points on it. Etihad makes some money, and so like, are you getting my point? Like, this is exactly the big size utility of NFT. So gone are those days. So as there was this project, Goblin Town. They were beautiful artwork. They had no utility. They just minted it for free. Because now, if you do not have utility, you have a beautiful artwork, please mint it for free. Because people only want utilities. Maybe the utility can be about entering in a metaverse. Maybe it's a loyalty program. Maybe it's about like, getting into a cool event like this. So utility can be anything. So now only projects that will have utility gonna survive in the future, and you're gonna see a lot of such products and such utilities coming in the future. So you won't see NFTs just as an artwork in the future, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right, that NFT is coming in a lot of ways. So my question is, how we treat NFT when it's attached with a real physical product?
Okay.
Should we treat it as a product or should we treat it as an NFT? Because if we go for Amazon, like Amazon sell t-shirts and whatever, most of t-shirts are now going on NFTs and they want to make NFT of that so that you can track and you can keep provenance and everything. So how we do marketing for that? It should be e-commerce or it should be NFT?
Okay, so let's look at NFTs as like, more of an authentication rather than as like a product. Talking about e-com and fashion only, like, you buy a Louis Vuitton bag and the market is filled with lot of copy Louis Vuitton, and some are like so brilliant, nobody can even tell that, and people pay money for it. So if you get some documentation can be faked around. But if you have NFT of that Louis Vuitton bag with you, so you have the physical bag, you have the NFT, so you are the right, like, you know, person, you have the authentic stuff with you. So that is one application of NFT there. So now the other application of NFT is, like, you know, Adidas and Zara has came up with its metaverse clothing as NFT. So what happened, these NFTs are with people that can, it's more like a branding stuff. Like, I want to be very honest here. Like, it's not real utility. Like, you know, it's a branding stuff. It is more about, like, you know, branding things like metaverse that have great utility in the future. But these clothing are more like a branding and marketing stuff right now. People are not understanding the real value of it. So my suggestion will be, NFTs should be more like, you know, if you are planning to incorporate NFT in your business, make it like an additional thing. Make it like a service rather than like a product. So that people can understand the utility of it, like how Etihad had done it, how Tiffany has done it. So they incorporate it. So even if I do not know what is NFT, I will gonna still understand the utility because I'm the buyer of that product. So definitely it's gonna work for me. Yeah.
That you are talking about NFT, but I am talking about the real problem that NFT can solve. It's the basic problem in e-commerce, fake products.
Yeah, exactly.
And if NFT can solve it, why we should treat NFT as a something as an additional service rather than the main thing which is solving the biggest pain point?
Because it all depends upon the market adaptation right now. And if you will go full-fledged with NFT right now, it's gonna take some time for your audience to, like, you know, buy it, like completely buy it. But if you will, like, you know, gradually move towards it, within a span of, like, you know, couple of years, people will get matured and they will adopt it, and definitely at that point of time, we can definitely go full-fledged NFT as a product. But right now, how people see NFTs and how big brands are incorporating it as like an additional stuff.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, you have been talking about the market value. So, like, if I ask that if I'm having a very small amount of market value and I'm aiming to increase my market value, so connecting with the NFTs will be the right decision, like what all amount of gains I can have during my small market value, so that I can increase that market value and earn the more profit. Like, what should be the right strategies, if I would ask you?
So you are saying that you have couple of NFTs and you want to...
No, I'm just asking a idea that you can share with us.
No. So I'm not a financial advisor. I am a marketing person. So I help projects to sell out. But like, you know, everything depends upon the project you have invested in and how like serious they are about their roadmap. Are they delivering on the product or their promises made on the roadmap? These are the stuff. How like, you know, in communities, like if there is too much negativity in the community, definitely the project not gonna be like selling out later, or the market flow price gonna dip down. In fact, for the biggest NFTs, they have dipped down. So that is something that I cannot help you out right now, but I'll say be involved, like involved with the community, and be in touch with people who are the part of the community. If it's an NFT project that you have already bought, and make sure that they are delivering on the roadmap. And I think the more stronger the community is there for an NFT project, they keep asking them questions, the FAQs and everything. So I think that can help you out if you have already bought that NFT.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So my question is, as you just pointed out, you have been a marketer and you have been working with a lot of NFT projects. So according to you, what are the utilities which these NFT projects provide right now, and what could be done in future in terms of utility? So this is more on what's the current landscape in terms of utility, and what we as a developers can think of incorporating in our NFTs in future, according to you. Yeah.
Definitely. So earlier when NFT started, the major utility part started as like P2A, P2E was something like a buzzword around DAOs, and everybody was talking about, like, we have merch for our community, we have events for our community, and then came the phase, the metaverse. I come from a metaverse project altogether. Now, the utilities are becoming more real, like royalty programs, e-commerce, as he rightly said, like e-commerce is the biggest utility that NFTs can provide right now. Fashion is a space that's going to be turned upside down because of NFTs. So these are the utilities that we can see in the future, and NFTs can stand, like, as an independent thing in itself that has utility, like separate from crypto and blockchain. But of course, blockchain is the main thing, but NFTs will have the real utilities that even everybody from Web 2 space or Web 4 space can understand. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely evening.